So we had so much fun for New Year's Eve that we decided to do it again um, live on Facebook because we had so much interaction, so many good questions that we wanted to come back and do it again because we want this platform to be as interactive as we can make it. And we have some really, really good discussions tonight. And I get to share them with none other than my fashion stylist, my best friend since childhood of so many years. I'm not going to disclose our age, but we're still very young. But none other than Viola Staley, aka Glamorizing, and Styles by Glamorizing on
Sounds by Viola Nicole.
Styles by
That
Viola
sounds like
Nicole.
glamorizing. That didn't make any sense.
I'm making it up. Styles by Viola Nicole on Instagram. So make sure you guys go and follow her for all of your fashion tips. She shops on a budget and she shops luxury.
For
So
what?
so
For
make
you,
sure.
I shop luxury for others.
Oh my goodness. She is a mess. Make sure y'all go follow her and show her some love. Again, thank you for everyone that is tuning in with us. We're going to be live for the next 45 minutes. So go get your popcorn, go get you a glass of wine. We usually have wine, but tonight she's actually traveling for a photo shoot. So she doesn't need to be drinking. Um, and then myself, I decided not to drink wine tonight. I'm gonna drink some alkaline water. But we're gonna have fun. So get your wine, get your popcorn, and let's just have some girl talk. Let's just talk about life. Let's just talk about some of the things that we're going through, and let's have our say what moments. Um, so this is something that happened to me recently, and I know me and Violet talked about it on the phone, but we didn't agree. She probably thought I was crazy, but I got called I got called the B word. I got called a bitch, and I was telling Viola that it didn't like offend me. Like I'm not offended by that because I know I'm not. And it's like that's the best you could do, but I'm like, okay, so your mama, like, and kept it moving. But Vala was like, no, it definitely would not have been like that for me. So Vala just, I mean, we didn't agree, but we still had really good conversations. So if that was you, how do you think it would have ended? Or what would have been your response if somebody would have called you a bitch? I mean, we're all adults. Like, we could say the word bitch.
um, I will say that the word bitch is definitely a word that I have used often in many in many different contexts. However, if someone called me a bitch in the way that you're speaking of, I know that I'm going to say something in return that is far worse than that because that's just how I can be sometimes, and that's probably not great.
Hmm.
And maybe, if it offends me, maybe I shouldn't use it either, but I'm not there yet. But no, I mean, if you're coming in well, I've heard some say the word in general is just disrespectful and you
Hmm.
shouldn't. I can't say that's wrong, but I use it.
Right, we do. We use it
I
a
use
lot.
it. But if you come at me with that in a disrespectful way, I'm coming back at you the same way.
So you returning that same energy.
Oh, absolutely.
So you don't think you could walk away?
It depends. It just really depends on the situation, who it is. It depends on a lot of things. I mean, I feel like at this age, I am pretty good at you know, walking away. But sometimes,
So if it's coming from, so is it
mm,
worse if it's coming from somebody you don't know versus somebody you do know and you have a relationship with and y'all get into it and y'all exchange the bitch word, or is it just Which what do you think? Which one is worse?
I mean, I feel like it'll hit just as hard either way, whether you know them or not. I mean, it may be hard with somebody you really know because if they're just calling you a bitch in a way, well, they just think you're just not a good person, then you're gonna be like, oh, that's what you really think of me, because like you said, you really know me. Somebody else just out on the street who gets an attitude about something, they call you a bitch. They don't really know you, but someone who really knows me
Mm-hmm.
calls me a bitch in that way. I'm gonna be like, so that's what you think of me?
Mm.
That's how you really feel? Because people really tell truths when they're angry. They really share their real feelings when they get upset. Like,
You know what? That brings up a really good point. People do say some mean things when they get angry, and it's like, just like you said, like, is that how you really really feel? Like, how long you been feeling that way? So let's just say someone you've been friends with for a long time, or
mhm,
even your family member, and y'all have a falling out, and they say some really really harsh things, because I know
mhm.
you're a counselor too. How do you how do you get back after that? Like, if somebody just like way out of pocket, really saying some things, like you said, you really been feeling like this for a long time. Like, how do you get back?
I think sometimes you can't.
Mm.
I mean, I think your relationship probably will never be the same. I mean, for me, if I got into it with someone really close to me, whether it be a family member or a friend, and they said some really mean stuff to me, I believe that's what you really feel. Even though you said it
Mm.
out of anger, I think those are your real feelings. So I'm always going to kind of side eye you in a certain type of way. Like I know that's how you really feel about me. So
And it just took that for it to just come
for it
out.
to come out.
Yeah, sometimes you can't get
Yeah,
back.
they didn't want to discuss that. They didn't feel comfortable enough to say things like that to you otherwise, but when they got angry, it all came out.
Mm-hmm.
And people can apologize, but for me, even though you apologize, I feel like you meant it because I personally have said things that were very mean out of anger. I meant them. They were
so
my
you
truth.
so you saying when they go low, you go low?
I do sometimes, and God is working on me with that.
So,
It
uh,
is a very it is a very toxic trait, but if I feel offended, I want to offend. So sometimes I can go rather low and I know that I'm doing it. So it's not like a mistake
oh, so
or
it's intentional. You
it is
intentionally
intentional.
go low.
I know because I know in my response I probably can send a text or I say something and after I'm done I'm like that was bad. But it's done then. So I just have to, own it. But yeah, I've definitely done that on countless occasions, and it's not a good thing to do. But yeah, I tend to, if I hurt, I want other people to hurt too. I don't want to be the only one hurt.
Mm.
I don't. That's probably not the best way to be, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm working on that. That's on my list.
So do you forgive them after that?
I
After you
don't know.
sent the nasty text, is it like, okay, this chapter is closed, I'm done? Because like you said, sometimes you could say some things that are so mean that you can't get back. So is that your way of closing out that chapter in your life, or is it just you being toxic?
In some cases, me being toxic because I definitely have said really mean things and I'm still, entertaining. Or even going back and talking to the person. That doesn't mean like you're cut off. That just means like in this moment, this is what I'm
Uh-huh.
doing. It's your choice whether you want to still have any type of, friendship relationship with me after that. But those are my feelings. And I'm the kind of person who I probably like, yeah, my delivery was wrong, but what I'm saying is true. Like I don't take that back because that's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? So maybe my delivery just wasn't acceptable to you, but what I'm saying, that's
Mm-hmm.
what I feel, and it's the truth. So yeah, it's kind of like you can take that or leave that.
Mm.
But like I said, I'm a work in progress.
And I am too. I have said some mean things.
Mm.
I think the meanest thing I've ever told someone was to die.
I used to do that when I was younger. I don't do that anymore.
No, I was a full grown adult, because like you said, you were hurt.
Oh,
So I was hurt and I wanted that person to be hurt too. I didn't want that person to die, but at that moment I was just so into my feelings. But like you say things like this tongue right here, this pink tornado. Sometimes after that, you can't the relationship is never the same.
may not be. Yeah,
But I'm working on me too. If a situation makes you get that low, then it's definitely toxic 101 and you need to be able to walk away. But to
yeah.
get back, like you said, you're offended by the word if somebody calls you a bitch. I'm
In the context, but it's just kind of like me and my friends, we use the term. Like I'm not all. I don't. I use it, but I don't generally. I'm not generally using it just to be offensive. Now I have.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you'll know like when I'm saying it to be nasty, because I'm probably gonna add some other word to it. It's gonna be aggressive,
Mhm.
like I don't like that person. I don't care for them. I
Mhm.
don't know. It's a bad word. It's not great, but I don't know. We've just normalized it in a sense. I think we just kind of normalize the word, and people just don't really get offended. But we just don't get
Mhm.
offended by it. Not like we should.
Right.
My
I,
pastor, I think, did my pastor talk about that one time? I think he did, and he was just not pleased with women,
calling
referring
each
to each other, that word in
so
any.
he doesn't think we should call each other bitches
No, absolutely not,
in no sense.
or anyone else. Like the word itself, he didn't have anything. It was just unacceptable to him. I mean, the way that he worded it and was very, it was a good word.
Mhm.
I mean, it didn't necessarily change immediately, cause a change in me, but it definitely made me think about it.
Wow.
But yeah,
I
no,
mean, we know the definition of it. It's a female
yeah.
dog. And we
Basically,
know
he said
that
we
we're
can't
not
make that
that,
word.
but we definitely use that word loosely. I mean, even you and I, like you just text me that today. Because
Yeah,
I didn't answer. He was like, bitch. And it's like that's just, you know what I'm saying? That's just how we
that's just
communicate.
how we
Yeah,
do.
that's just how we do. And if someone else was to call me that, I don't know. Like, they'd be like, oh, you a bitch. That's the best you can do, bro. Like,
No, I'm
or even
not.
like another female, be like, oh, bitch this, bitch that. Like, no.
Mm, I'm
It's
not
it's
for
it's
that.
not gonna, as long as you're not in my personal space, and that's totally different. But you can say what you like,
Mhm.
you could say what you want to say from afar. But as long as you're not in my personal space, it doesn't bother me. What about the N word? Because I know we've been called this word before in high school,
For
but
me, anybody outside of my race is a no. Absolutely not. I am not tolerating nobody of another race calling me a nigga. It's just I don't care what I use, what me and my friends use. It's no way you're gonna be comfortable around me, comfortable enough around me that if you are of another race, I don't care if you Puerto Rican. I don't care about none of that because it doesn't. None of that matters to me. If you are not black, you shouldn't use the term.
wow.
Period.
But it's so, but we, and
Yeah,
my
you're right.
dad, huh?
But you're right. We shouldn't use it either. But them using it, no. People other races, I'm just not comfortable. No, that's unacceptable to me, and it has always been unacceptable to me since I was a child. Since
So
I was
it's
a child, and I went to a predominantly white school, and kids of other races thought that that's what they could call me. They learned that they could not. That
what
ain't.
did what did you do?
Um, it depends on the level, because honestly, it started in primary school. It
So
definitely
you've
did.
been called a nigger in young age,
In primary school was my first time that a person of another race called me a nigga.
and it did not go so well.
I called them a lot of things. I wasn't raised to take shit off other people of any race, of any race. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like I just wasn't. And you think you're gonna call me, out of my name? You're not. You think you're gonna call me a nigga? You're not.
So that is just
Or those anything that seems like it's referencing that. Like if somebody, let's just say some Caucasian man be like in the store. I always remember this when I was with my sister and we were waiting in line and he said something like, "See, that's the thing about you people." Wait, what?
oh, you people.
But that's just like saying nigga to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that to me, that's the same
Because they're
exact
putting
thing.
you in a certain category of people.
Right, and I'm triggered.
Mm.
Like, nah, I'm not taking it. And maybe, I don't know.
So Michelle Obama said, "When they go low, we go high." But what did Charlemagne the God say?
When they go low, sometimes we have to go to the floor with them.
So that's what you doing. You getting okay? You go.
To the floor. I'm not taking that. Not in 2021. It wasn't happening in 2020. It wasn't happening in none of the years. I'm not taking it.
You not going. You ain't taking.
No, no,
You wasn't raised to take shit from nobody.
absolutely not.
Mm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nah, you can't call me no nigga.
Nobody. No
No,
other race.
no, no. We are not. No. You okay with? I mean, what are your feelings on that? You think that makes you you comfortable with that, or that doesn't?
No, it's not that I'm comfortable with it, but it's like a lot of things that probably that I would have like lost it over,
Mm-hmm.
years ago, and we both know that sometimes I can lose it, and it gets it gets violent and it gets ugly. When,
Embarrassing. Go ahead.
right when I get angry, I don't. It gets physical when I get angry, but God has done some amazing work in me. Um, the me now, it doesn't have the same effect on me as it would have had years ago because for one, I know I'm not a nigger. And it's like everything you try to call me, I'm gonna have a rebuttal. Like you call me a
Oh,
nigger, you know what I'm saying? Like
I'm coming with it.
I'm coming with it. So it doesn't get my panties all in a wad
Mm,
anymore. Like whether you can call me a, I'm not, look, I'm not saying, oh yeah, okay, call me a bitch, call me a nigger. That's not what I'm saying. But if
right.
you're trying to get arousal out of me or get me angry, I'm not. That's
Okay.
that's not that's not gonna do it for me. As
Growth.
long as you're not in my personal space, we're okay. But you just calling me a nigger bitch, whatever. Okay. Have a good day. Like,
I just don't even like the tone of any of that. But yeah. Well, that's some real growth for you. I'm not there yet.
and we both can say that I've grown a lot. I've grown a lot.
I mean, I feel like there's definitely been growth in certain areas.
Oh my god. But I know if it happens and I'm with you, I just know what we about to do. I know what's about to happen. We going to jail. We going to jail. If I'm with you and it happened, I know what's about to go down because I know you.
I can't accept that.
Mm-mm,
I
it's
mean,
not.
and it may be situations where you do have to walk away. Like I said, I've walked away from many things, but I don't know. It just really depends on my mood. How I'm going to respond. People catch you
Them
on the wrong.
them PMS days.
Yeah, like you catch me on the wrong day. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Follow one of the PMS days. That's it.
Right. We are tired of that. We are done with
Let's
that.
let's talk about that because we everything is just falling into place. But let's talk about them PMS days. Um, it seems like I turned into somebody else lately. I don't know if it's because I'm hitting 40 this year, but it's like I'm the meanest person ever. Like I don't even want to deal with myself.
Mm. Mine is reversed. I become a little softer, pretty emotional. I don't
I'm
know.
emotional too, but I'm mean. I'm talking about like I be like, girl, like I be trying to get away from me.
I don't really get mean. I might be a little irritable. I get irritated about things a little quicker, but mean, nah. I'm just really in my feelings about everything. Like even the smallest of things.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a commercial.
Well, you know that's just me anyway.
It could be dog videos, like of dog rescues. They just make me feel like so sad. Like
Is it like the week of or is it during?
usually it's the week of, but you can tell maybe a couple days prior to it coming up, you just kind of start to feel different. Because I'm not naturally a real emotional person.
You definitely not.
So when I know that I'm getting like really in my feelings, I know like
You know
yeah,
what's happening. Do you have the chocolate cravings? Because I'm not even a big chocolate fan, but I'm
definitely.
noticed like I want chocolate, and I'm like I don't even be wanting chocolate, but I be wanting chocolate.
I want Reese's cups.
I'll eat a Twix,
Oh, their Reese's cups are so good. That's
but
usually
now I want something salty. Like I eat a lot of olives. Like when it's
it does all those things, and I think it just gets worse with age. That's what it seems like to me.
mm,
It does. It definitely gives me cravings and irritability and a lot of emotions. I feel everything.
I do. I
Hmm.
turn into somebody else. Like, and it's probably like a week. It's I don't know, like 2 weeks. I would say about 2 weeks. Prior till it Aunt Flo starts. But it's like I go through this emotional roller coaster. I'm mean. I want olives and Twix, and I'm like, I don't even want to be around me. I, I don't know, but we are gonna be 40 this year.
No, you're going to be 40. I am, and forever will be 39.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm staying 39. That's what I'll be every year. Every year I'm going to be 39.
Okay.
Hmm. Yep. So you have your 40.
Let me ask you this. Have you listened to the Jasmine Sullivan album?
I did. I haven't. I scanned it because I have the tendency. Because her first single is the one that really resonated with me. Or whatever. So I
Hmm.
listened to that single a whole lot. So when I got into the album and I got to that song, it was constantly on repeat.
Which
But
one?
I pick up your feelings. I like that one.
Oh, you mean on the album? I thought you were talking about like the first song she ever made. You talking about on the album?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pick up your
Yeah, on the
feelings.
album, I kind of get stuck on a song that I know I like for sure, and I keep playing it. But I think it's a good album. I definitely like the little excerpts with the women talking or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Very real conversations. It's a very sexual album, which is new for
Which
her.
I love. I love
Of course,
sexual.
you.
I
I
love
like
sex.
it, but I'm all about the love ballad. But I'm all about that. So
Hmm.
it's not that much of that on this album. This album is really more.
It's called Hotels,
Right.
but not
So,
the hotel you sleep at. Like
right,
hotels.
like real hotels. So yeah, but I like it. I mean, I think she's a quality artist, so it don't really
Hmm.
matter what she's saying for me. She sounds amazing. She got good
She
features.
does. She does.
So
I
yeah.
think every woman over the age of 18, because I see my goddaughter is listening, noodles. Every woman, yeah, every young woman, 18 and older should definitely listen to that album and take heed of it. It's
Ooh.
a really good album. And it's called Hotels. And that brings now we're gonna so we're turning it now. We're twisting and turning it now. But talking about a hoe.
Oh.
Because society paints women as hoes. They slept with all of these guys. um what is your definition of a hoe?
I really don't have a definition for a hoe. I'm gonna just be honest. It's always the what you've always would hear, coming up. It would
Mhm.
have to be somebody because they slept with like multiple people. They slept with a lot of guys, or and they would call that person a hoe. and things like that. Or, people call people hoes if they sleep with somebody's husband or something like that. But I don't really have a definition. I just feel like it can vary from person to person. When I call somebody a hoe, I kind of feel like it's more about how they just touching all over just doing all kinds of stuff. It's kind of like for me the way you carry.
Yourself, yeah.
But I mean, like as a female, if you're comfortable in the way that you live and what you do sexually, that's on you. I mean, other people may define it as being a hoe, but I think that just varies from person to person.
And you know what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, anybody can have whole tendencies.
Cordesia.
Whole tendencies.
Cordesia said, "What do you think about Lori Harvey?"
You know what? I think Lori Harvey is enjoying her life. See, they're not used to the thing about Lori Harvey is I think the men can't handle her because she's not getting all wrapped up into them. She's really dating. You understand?
She definitely need to hear Jazz. I think she was listening to Jasmine Sullivan album.
She dating. She's out here dating. Lori is under 25. Why are people expecting so much from her? I don't know. I think she's just dating. They want to label her a hoe. I don't see her as a hoe. I see her as a young, beautiful girl who is enjoying life, dating handsome, successful men. She's successful herself. Like, she's dating. Like, men do that all the time. You see all these males.
That goes right into it. That goes into it. Like, that's discussion that we're going to have. But
I enjoy Lori.
But I mean, like, social media, they're like dragging her.
They do, and I don't
like,
understand
yeah,
it.
but if Chris Brown was doing it, nobody would
care.
To say Lori Harvey.
Look who he's with now.
Right, like Lori Harvey is having a look. She beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
She don't need nobody for no money.
Don't.
She doing what she want to do. Like, she is living her best life. Like you say, she
young.
Right, she young. She 25.
And she's dating Michael B. Jordan right now, and that's a win to me because I love Michael B. Jordan.
Definitely. That's
but I think she's really feeling him, though. Because I feel like she's being in a way with him where I haven't seen her be with other people. So I kind of feel like she's feeling Michael. But still, even if she wasn't.
But it could be just the type of person that he is.
It could be.
It could be just the type of person that he is. Maybe he's showing her that he wants something serious. Maybe the other guys was just trying to have fun.
Because she's the hot bag. Because she's the it girl right now. Everybody want to turn. So guess what? She turning them. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
But she ain't messing with no broke at all.
Not at all. And she ain't messing with nobody broke. She not leaving. She not having no babies. She not doing none of that. She's enjoying her life and dating and having fun. And I think that's what she should continue to do until she wants to do something else. Like, people leave Lori alone.
Because what she's doing is not out of the norm. She's just doing it in the public eye. Like, that's what I guess.
It's just because she's famous.
Yeah, like 25-year-old girls do. At 25, I was married.
You were. So there's that. But before marriage, and people had fun before they were married. A lot of people.
Yeah. But that's the double standard, though.
Now.
Huh?
Lori is having her fun now. When she is ready to seriously settle down with somebody, she will. And
somebody will definitely, when she get ready to settle down, somebody will
be ready.
Right. But that goes into the double standard. Like, when men, they be like, oh, she been with this many guys. She been with this many dudes, or she been with this person, or she been with that person. She's not marriage material. Like, that's the biggest hypocrisy.
Well, honey, what is
guys will come to you and been with 200 women, but they think you supposed to just be like, oh,
the Virgin Mary.
Yeah, the Virgin Mary, so pure. That's the double standard. But
who got time for it?
No time for
it. But she dated Future. How many women has he been with? Nobody was talking about that.
Exactly, but nobody's talking about that. Nobody's talking.
You're not alone. Have fun, Lori.
That's right. Enjoy your life.
I enjoy watching.
Right. Cause she's so like free. She don't care what nobody's like.
She don't respond.
She don't respond. She don't have to.
She definitely do not. And she's like best friends with JT from City Girls. They have a lot of fun. And I love JT too. I love it. I enjoy the young girls. I can say that because I'm old. I enjoy the
They
young
are
girls.
fearless.
They are fearless. They having a good time. So whatever.
It's almost like well, I can't speak for you, but it's like you kind of live through them. Like
Oh, they're having a ball. And they
they're
should.
having a ball. I was married at 25. But it's like you kind of live, you kind of live through them. Did you freeze? Are you frozen? I think she froze. Did you freeze? Oh no. Okay, let me back. What happened?
Are we back?
We back, you back. I never left.
Oh, I was gone. I don't know. Well, I'm at a hotel, so.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I was saying it's almost like, you live through them. Like I was not that brave and bold at that age.
You don't
Like,
think?
you think I was?
Hmm.
Maybe it seemed different because she rich.
That could have something to do with it. That's because she's young and rich.
Right. Maybe see, I'm old. I'm older
and no one was watching. And our phone was different because you're talking about 20 years ago for us. You know what I'm saying? Like it was
we
different.
didn't have the social. We didn't have no social media.
Social media. Nobody. I was like, I'm glad we didn't have social media when I was that age because some of the things that I was doing publicly,
some of the things we were doing at 15,
I would not want recorded.
We were going to clubs at 15.
Absolutely.
15 and 16, we were going to clubs. I don't know if our parents are watching or not, but I mean, what could they do about it now? But yeah, we were in clubs at 15 and 16.
I've been partying a long time.
If we would have had social media back then, girl, we'd have been
a mess.
We'd have been on punishment. We would have never been able to leave the house if we would have had social media back then.
Thank God you waited to bring that to the world.
We had a lot of fun.
We did.
We had a lot of fun. And you think about it, you like, Lord, how much you brought me from a mighty long way.
I enjoyed it.
I did too. I did too. Especially college. Like college was I don't
know. College was a lot of fun. I just felt like I spent 3 years of my college just locked down with one person. So I feel like I wasn't, I didn't have relationships. I don't feel like I had as much fun as I should have had.
You think you should have had more?
I do.
You mean like?
I just feel like my lack of experiences because I was like,
actually,
I went to.
You should have got more miles.
A little bit more.
Oh, you didn't get enough Skyline miles.
I not enough, not to me, because I was like, I went to college with the boyfriend, and he was at the same college, and we were together probably into my junior year. So, and then after that, I just became a bitter Black woman when that ended. So there's that. He ruined me. Let me stop. No, he didn't.
Oh my God,
he didn't ruin me. But
Toni Braxton said that. She said she wished she would have slept with more people when she was younger.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like 100 more, but I just feel like I was just so, comfortable in that. And when that particular relationship ended, I was just so angry. I wasn't really open to anything else. And not
Well, no. When I went to college, I was in a relationship and then got into a very toxic relationship. And then I got with Quincy, and that was my junior year. So we probably could have. I mean, we had fun, but we probably could have had a little more fun. I wish we could have had Lori Harvey fun.
Yeah, we had rich, like really rich parents like that, like rich like that. We'd have been a mess.
They owe us that.
We had
We
enough.
should sue
I would
them. We should sue
say
our parents because they
in
should have
college
been
we
with.
had a lot of fun to be, to not have a lot of funds. It seemed like we were able to do a lot of things, even though we didn't always have money. Like
I can remember us
we,
going to Florida with like $50, $100
right, like we're in
together.
Florida, we get hotel, we get everything, and we really literally really didn't have no money. We would find a way to have outfits, everything. Like we figured it out. So
We figured it out. So we were already entrepreneurs and we
yeah,
didn't even know it.
we
We
didn't
didn't
even
even
know it.
know it.
Like we did real good considering. We
Yeah,
made
we
everything
did.
work.
We did. We had fun.
Yeah.
But you know what? We can still have fun. Like even though we're, touching 40, but like my mom, like she's 61. She has a lot of fun. Like right. Khadijah said Vegas, Miami all occurred in college. Exactly. We had a lot of fun with limited funds. And see, the kids,
Very.
they don't really know how to have fun like that no more.
But they think they do. That's what I tell kids. I got young people who work with me. When I say young, they consider me old and they're like 26, 27. And they swear they're having the time of their life. I say, I want y'all to know me and my friends have had enough fun for 20 of y'all. Like I've been in these streets since I was in middle school. We were at homecomings when we were in middle school at concerts, hanging out, like
With them big boy clothes, looking horrible.
looking horrible, but catching the dudes and in the cars and out the sunroof. I was like, y'all don't really even know fun. Like, y'all think y'all really lit, but
They don't know
they don't know.
SCSU homecoming. They do not know the homecoming that we know.
They don't.
Like when you in traffic for hours, not going anywhere, so you just sitting in the sunroof.
In the
Like
sunroof, dancing.
no social media. All of this is no social media.
No social media. Somebody might have one of them camcorders just like recording.
Recording exactly, and I know we on somebody's tape. I know we on some tapes. Not doing anything bad, but I know just being out there, we on
Just being
somebody,
out there. Yep.
somebody tapes. Yeah, we on somebody tapes.
Yeah, they think they know fun, but y'all really don't. Y'all not doing nothing we haven't done.
Right. Speaking of tapes, oh my God, I absolutely love this podcast. I do. Thank you for everybody that's tuning in with us. But speaking of tapes, have you ever been recorded?
I haven't been recorded.
Not who?
Not no, I don't know. I've never been recorded.
You've never recorded?
Recorded what exactly?
Having sex.
No, I never wanted to see it.
Girl.
I just wanted, when a sex is an experience. Why do we need to watch it? It's not a show.
It is a show.
It's not a show. It's not a
Well, you know
performance.
how like when you play a sport and then they watch the tape afterwards to see what you could do better or to see what went
That's
wrong.
called conversation. That's our problems now. We want to sit around walking, watching videos and texting. Sit down and have a conversation with your partners about what it is that you need sexually. You ain't gotta watch no tape.
No, you can watch it. Well, I don't. I'm gonna tell you this. I don't like porn. I don't watch porn, but I would. I've I've recorded before, with my
Who, your
husband,
husband?
but we don't even know where to tape it.
But see, I can see that with a husband though, because I don't think I trust anybody enough that I was just with to allow them to record me. But if I was married, okay.
So have you ever sent like sexy pics?
Make that never your face.
So you've sent sexy pics before.
What I call sexy pics, yeah.
How about videos?
Maybe
Like
a little
twerking
bit.
videos or like
Mm.
lingerie. You've done that? Oh, so you might as well just record. You
It's not the same. That is not the same.
But don't you want to see where you can get better at? because the person might be like, "Oh no, you do that good." Like, no, that was good. But you
I mean,
look
I
at it and
think
you be like,
people.
"No, I think I could do something
I
different."
think that's just a communication thing. I feel like you should be able to do that without video footage. You know,
I
you're in
think you should
it.
do it.
You're in it. So you should be able to know what it is that you like. You don't have to technically watch it to know that.
I
You're
think you
in
should
it.
do it. I think you should do it. I think you should record.
I don't want to take myself. I just think you see yourself from weird angles. You look rolls hanging over and things like you feeling like it's just looking real sexy and amazing, and it's kind of like, ugh.
Well, then you need to work. I mean, I know things jiggle. I
Because
know I need to work on it, but
I don't
I
need to take.
I think you should record.
How everybody else feel about recording. I know it's popular because I know plenty of people who do it. I
Mhm.
personally know plenty of people who do it.
Anybody ever recorded? Those
Oh
people that are
God,
watching. Anybody?
I got some people in mind. You could probably get on here and they can really give you what you need.
Like I said,
Fun.
I've done it. But it was years ago. But we don't even know what we did with the tape.
This thing about that, and then we live in a world that there's too much technology. Things get leaked, clouds get uploaded. Girl, you don't never know where that stuff end up.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. I don't. We don't know where it is. We
I don't
don't
trust
know where
it.
the tape is.
But a tape, who watching the tape? Like some people, people coming up now don't even know what VCRs are. Like, just think about that.
That's how long ago it was. I'm just
Who
saying we don't know
watching
where it is.
tape?
We
I mean,
don't
I
know.
still have my VCR, but
I think you should do it. I think you should go for it.
oh, maybe if God decides He wants me to have a husband. I don't know. Me and him haven't had that type of conversation. Maybe a video come
I don't
out.
think Khadijah like, I don't know about that. I think if you have not recorded yourself having sex, I think you I think you should do it. I think you should go for it. And you might be like, damn, like go bitch. You was girl, you was doing it, or you do real good doing it this way or doing it that way. Like you can look at his interactions too. Like, oh yeah, he was really feeling it when I was doing that, or he was really feeling it when I was
You
doing
can do all of that without a tape.
no.
Yes, you can.
You can really get into the details if you watching it. You could slow it down, you could speed it up, you could zoom in.
Perv. You just like footage,
I do. I'm a
but you
sexual
don't
being.
like porn.
I don't watch porn.
But porn
It's
isn't
just,
real.
I mean,
I
it
feel
doesn't.
like porn gives people a very it's not porn is a job. You're
Right.
talking about people who are having sex. It's work, so they have to do certain things. They are performing because they're performing to entertain other people. So it's kind of like that's not definitely not a way to learn anything, or thinking that people can do these things because those people are like machines.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
like
just. Mm-hmm.
that's like with watching the sex scenes on TV. Like I love, like y'all. If Viola tell me to watch a movie, I'd be like, "It's sex in it," and she'd be like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, I don't want to see it."
Just
But
nasty.
like even like watching sex scenes on TV, like you try to do that same thing, it's not gonna.
It's not the same.
No,
But
because on being married Jane was my being
no,
married Jane
those
was
were good.
my
Those were good.
I recorded them and I used to watch them.
Cause you're a perv.
But that shower scene at the gym,
Here we go.
it did not go like that when I tried that. It did not go like that. But I'm here for a good sex scene. Like if you want to get me to watch a movie,
That's what I said. People treat sex like performances. That's why you think you can achieve that stuff, but you can't. Those
mhm.
are actors.
But sex
That's
is
because their sex probably is not like that at home, and they're the ones performing it on film for you.
right. But don't you feel better after you have sex?
Sure you
Like you being a
do.
real
Well,
good.
you should. I mean, I think there are probably people who don't. You should.
Well, I mean, maybe if you're sleeping with somebody's husband or wife, your conscience is gonna
Whoa,
bother you.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, I'm just saying, like
Oh,
you said.
everybody doesn't have that conscience, sweetheart.
So
You
you
think
think people could just
there are people who can.
that's a is that a situationship? Or what is that called? Is that called an entanglement? What is it?
I don't know. Really, do you call that a situationship? I mean, it's an adulterous relationship.
It's adultership.
Yeah, like that's what I would call that. But it's definitely a situation. So
So it's a situationship.
yeah, it could be.
I know we've had this discussion before. Like, I mean, like like I said, if a woman sleep with a man, like it's emotional. But you are like, no, it doesn't mean that. That doesn't necessarily
It
mean.
doesn't always mean that. I think like things are different for every person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like people like cheating is a symptom of something
Uh-oh.
different for
You
every.
know, we can really get into it when we talk about that.
Everybody is different as to why they do things. You know, I mean, whatever your issues are in your marriage and your relationship that you are in,
Mm-hmm.
um, how you choose to respond to that is up to you. So if cheating, some people choose another person
Mm-hmm.
as their remedy for their issues in their relationship. That's what they do. That's just their choice. But I mean, I don't think all women are doing it for the emotion, or all
I
men
mean,
are.
it's probably. I mean, it's a conglomerate of things. Money. Just.
Money, finance could be a huge part of that.
Hmm.
It
Is
may
that
not
considered a hoe?
be love.
Is that a hoe if you sleep with a guy for money?
I feel like some people would call that a. I mean, I think some people could call that a hoe.
What do y'all think? If a woman is sleeping with a man and she's getting money from him, is
Oh
that
no, just
considered a
getting
hoe?
money from him? No. I mean, I don't think that's fine. Like, what is it in exchange? Like, okay, we have sex, then thank you. Like, this is a transaction. Like, right after,
No, I'm saying like if you dealing with a guy like
and he
I know.
financially provides things for you.
Yeah, like he
No,
know
he
that
can.
you're not gonna sleep with him if he ain't giving you money. Like, is that considered a hoe?
I mean, I'm not gonna call her hoe. That's just her. That's what she requires. People require different things. If a woman decides I'm not sleeping with any man who is not providing me with anything financial, that's her choice. Yeah, I mean, somebody want to call it a hoe. I call it. That's her standard.
That's her standard, but that's
That's
not
what she
considered a hoe
requires. She requires financial help
in order for you to sleep with
for
her,
her to have, to be sexually active with a person.
and that's not considered a hoe to you.
I mean, I'm not gonna call her a hoe. I mean, that's not how I would want to see it. I would just think,
Khadijah
I
said
would
that's
just think, I would
prostitution.
want to, if you're dealing with someone in that way, like this is somebody in a relationship or whatever it is, and they are just doing nice things for you, they should just be doing that for you out of the kindness of their heart. I wouldn't want somebody just to feel like, oh, I'm having sex with you so I can get stuff from you. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I wouldn't want it to be like that personally.
Khadijah said that's prostitution. So that's a good point though. Like if it's a guy you're dealing with and he provides you with financial support because you're sleeping with him. Like I don't I don't
I mean,
see
the sleeping with him part, is that the perk? Like when you say, I don't
like
know.
having sex with him, like that's your jump off, like that's your side piece. Like
And then he give you money,
yeah, he give you
but
money.
y'all not necessarily committed. Y'all just deal.
Right, that's your jump off. Yeah.
Then if you're not committed to nobody, I feel like you free to do how you want it.
So if every time you sleep with him and he give you money, then
That's his choice.
that's his choice.
I mean, but I wouldn't want to feel like somebody was just sliding me money every time I sleep, like, and you're just like, thank you. That's weird. It's kind of weird.
It's like
You
a
wouldn't
yeah,
want,
it seems like a business.
yeah, you wouldn't want it like that. I mean, you was like, okay, yeah, we do sleep together, but he just do something nice for you, not like, okay, we're done. Well, here's the money. We're just gonna leave it right here. That's weird. I
Okay,
would.
so let's twist and turn it. So if you are sleeping with a guy and it's let's just say it's something that you need or you ask for something, do you feel like he's obligated to provide that to you because you are sleeping with him? So if y'all want to, I want y'all to chime in and tell me
Yeah,
what
let's
y'all
do
think.
time.
If you sleeping with a guy and you know and you need something, do you feel like he's obligated to provide that for you because you are sleeping with him?
I feel like if I'm your girl, you're
It
with
don't
me,
necessarily, no, not even girl. Like if we messing around and and I need
so
something
you
and
care about me,
right, right.
and I need help with something. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you should do it because that's the relationship that we have. Like, I guess it just depends on the relationship. Because even if I'm not necessarily your girlfriend, I feel like if you and a guy have a certain type of relationship where you like equally do things for one another,
Mm-hmm.
that shouldn't be a
It
problem.
shouldn't be a problem.
It shouldn't be a big deal. Not because I'm sleeping with you, but because I care about you. Like we're cool, we're friends, with whatever we are. Like, I don't know. I just don't feel like any guy. I'll say this anytime. I don't feel like any guy who claims he really cares about you should. I'm not saying he got to give you every dime that he has
Mm-hmm.
and give you his rent money. But if it's a situation where you really need something, I just don't believe in no guy watching a girl struggle. I don't care whether you sleeping with her or not. Like if you care about her, she's somebody who's a friend to you, anything like that. Like why would you watch that? Like you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody should deal with a guy who will let your lights get cut off. Let him go.
Absolutely.
Let him
Absolutely.
go.
Right. If you sleeping with a guy and your lights getting ready to get cut off,
Stop.
mm-mm.
You're
'Cause
struggling, especially if you're trying. Like anybody can hit hard times, man or woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying women. Got to be on the receiving end of everything. Because I'm sure it's relationships where it's reciprocated. You know what
right.
I'm saying? And y'all have that kind of relationship. So yeah, like I just don't believe in that. Like it's not very manly to me.
I mean, I've heard that so many times. Like, if you sleeping with that dude and you out here struggling, like you need, what is his purpose? Like,
You
what
need.
is the purpose of having him around if you struggling, but you laying up with him every night or so many times, like, and you out here struggling? No.
I want to struggle alone.
Right. And
I
and
don't want
that's
to struggle
that's a
with.
public service announcement. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh
you dealing with
and not to
somebody.
sound like that, and I'm not saying it like that because, of course, like I said, anybody can hit hard times. I've had my own personal hard times. Everybody has had them, and a marriage
Absolutely,
people can hit
absolutely.
hard times. But y'all, at the end of the day, everybody should be able to support one another. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're falling short, then hopefully your partner can be able to pick you up and vice versa. That's
Right.
what I'm really saying.
But I think just like if you just, if that's your good friend and y'all not sleeping together, like, but once you start sleeping with him, it makes it once y'all start, it makes it complicated because like you say, like before, y'all just cool, y'all good, but
Yeah,
you guys haven't started having sex yet. But once you start having sex, to me, that takes the relationship up a notch. So
it does.
now there's certain expectations. So if you see me struggling, or if I come to you with a situation and you can't help me, like, it makes you feel some kind of way because, like, I gave myself to you. Like, bro, we sleeping together.
That's important.
That's why you got to be careful who you give it up to.
That's why he wanted us to just save it for
Save
our
it until we get married. Absolutely. If you wait till you get married, you won't have these issues.
wait,
But look,
wait,
sometimes the
too
husbands
late,
be
too
cheap
late,
too.
too
Sometimes the
late.
husbands be cheap too.
Here you go with the cheap husband.
They do, cause I be like, well, I don't ask my husband for nothing, but I'm just saying, if I like, babe, give me $20, he be like, for what? Cause I said, give me
It's
twenty
gonna come
dollars.
with a question. It's gonna come with a question.
Yeah, like, give me the $20.
I ain't touching that.
Yeah, don't touch that.
I'm not.
Hey,
I'm not.
Candace, how are you? Thanks for tuning in.
I'm not touching that.
So, Viola, does the body count matter though?
Not to me. Well, let me tell you something about body count. I don't know why people get so wrapped up in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, it could be alarming maybe if you got with somebody and they told you they had like 150 plus partners. But
Mm.
the real things that just because I come from in the field that I work in,
Mm-hmm.
in the world of HIV, I run across so many different people who become positive, whether they were in monogamous relationships, where they were married, they may have gotten it from their husband or wife or certain things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the real questions and conversations you need to be having with people are not about how many partners, but let's just talk about, more sexual health. Have you ever had a sexually transmitted infection? Do you get tested for HIV and other sexually transmitted infections every year? Like, what are you doing to take care of your sexual health versus how many people you slept with in the past? Because the fact of the matter is, they're sleeping with you now.
Right.
Like, so you need to be concerned about how they take care of themselves. So I think those are the bigger questions versus a number, because honestly, people are never really going to tell you the truth anyway. That, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
true. They're gonna
but
say
why
what
do
they
you
think
want to
that you
know that?
want you to
That
hear.
doesn't bring me no comfort when we're sitting around talking about our sexual
I
partners.
will only
Like,
be covered if you a virgin, because I know you ain't nothing going on.
right, like, oh, I had 20, and then he like, well, I only had 7, so now he feel like, what? Wait, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think people can be too hard on people about that, because you have to think about, when did some of these people start having sex? If you started having sex when you were 14 and now you're 45, you could have slept with a lot of people in that amount of time, because
Right.
you've been having sex a long time. So I don't think you should really get that wrapped up into that like that. I mean, everybody is different, but I just think people sometimes don't even have real conversations about sex in that way. They might talk about what they want sexually, but as far as what have you
How
been
many
doing
people you
sexually,
been with?
what types
Right.
of sex have you had? You know what I'm saying? Like different things like that. Like,
Yeah, they
are
want to
you,
know, what do you do? How freaky are you?
what's your friend card? What kind of sex do you have? Because what type of sex you have can determine what type
Wait,
of,
what is it called? The free card?
a free card. I just said a free card. But
Oh,
everybody's
okay.
different. But that's something you can always work on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, it's a learning curve. But yeah, think about those things.
Well,
Think about,
okay.
because
Well, we
HIV is still very present. So we
right.
talk about infidelity and we talk about all of these things. Just know, in doing those things, that you are at risk of those things and bringing those things back home to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Work with your partner if they ever had, herpes, or do they have herpes? Do you have herpes? Like, have you ever had any STDs or anything that you can't get rid of? Let's talk
Because
about it.
some things you can have and it don't have
You
no
cannot
symptoms.
have symptoms.
Right. So those are the real questions that you need to be asking, right?
Just go
By
get
like,
tested together.
get
Like,
tested
you
together.
can get a full panel and get everything tested out, and you're good.
Hmm.
You're good to
And
go.
just sleep with each other. Just sleep with each
Yeah,
other.
but that's just hard for some people. But even if you're not just sleeping with each other, just use your pretend. That's what it's there for.
I heard somebody say that a older guy I was talking to doing a consultation, and he just kind of went left, but he was saying he was like, I'm telling you, everybody got somebody. I'm like, first of all, you too old.
You ain't never too old, girl. To want that companionship, honey. That don't change with age.
No, he got a wife. But he's
Oh,
saying everybody got somebody else. Like
ew.
everybody got some, yeah,
That's
like
not true.
that's normal. And I'm like,
I feel like society has normalized it, because if you think about,
for men,
if you think about shows like Being Mary Jane, or you think about Power, the affair is very glamorized.
I was about to say
Versus,
that,
but
very
the marriage
glamorized.
is always looked at like that's just awful
Girl, the
there.
way
But
Ghost
the
loved
affair is
Angela,
amazing.
every
So,
side piece want to be Angela.
okay,
The way he loved Angela,
like, how you gonna love her like that, but your wife, you just had no love for her.
you
Like,
just dealt with her, like you tolerated her,
you
but you didn't
tolerated
really
her
love. Right.
because you felt you owed her something just because she had been with you, I guess, through it all. But that's what I look at. They really glamorize. It's a show that came, I don't know if it's Showtime. It was called The Affair. The series is based around the affair. Like, they really, I feel like they really hype up affairs in our. I don't. It's probably not healthy.
But I'm gonna tell you what, and I'm just being honest. I'm being very transparent.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a side piece before.
Ooh.
And
What's
it's
the that?
nothing glamorizing about being a side piece.
It's not.
It's not, because Especially if the goal is not to be together and
Mm,
y'all just having fun. Like human nature, you're gonna, you guys feelings are gonna get involved.
absolutely.
And it's sad, but you get jealous when the person be with their person. And then the person get mad when you with your person, but yet y'all not trying to be together. And it's all these feelings involved. You on an emotional roller coaster. And they could be stressful. For all of this going on TV, that's TV. It ain't what it's
Mm.
cut out to be, I'm telling you. And sometimes the sex don't even be that good.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. I'm just being very transparent.
Because
I've been there.
isn't it really even about the sex? Like what it depends on what it is that you're even seeking in this outside relationship. Like what is it that you want out of it? Or when you're either the side piece or whatever, whatever. What is it that you really want anyway? You
Yeah.
know what I'm
I
saying?
was I was young though. I was young. I was young before I got married, just to clear that up. But I I wasn't trying to
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to mm-mm.
It just depends, you know. That's
But
just
they
some.
say the side piece supposed to be your like your relief, like the side
Mm,
piece relationship, like that's not supposed to be stressful.
mm. You think that's how that works?
Absolutely not, because people are people.
Hmm.
And you
Because
know, sh-
no one was meant to be sides. So of course it's going to be stressful. Nobody was just meant to be that way. That's not the way it was
mm-mm.
planned.
But people be side pieces for years and years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
tough.
know people like that.
You do?
Mhm.
And what are they just holding on because I mean, if it's been years and years, I'm sure it's love. Like y'all, it has to be because y'all
This
gotta love each
what I'll say. Is I don't, I can't really say what is the hold. I mean, it's probably because this is what you want to do. You want to
other.
be there. But it's the same thing when you think about people who are in any type of relationship they're not satisfied with. You can ask the question, what are you holding on to exactly?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, just a male friend, whatever it is. If it's not what you want, what are you holding on to? I think people just it can become a comfortable space even
Yeah.
right or wrong. It's just like I know what this is, so I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Like I guess, and then there's some people who are in hopes, of, particularly when they're a side piece, or that there's somehow that position will change.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a common thing, but these men can definitely lead women on to believe that eventually that's what they're going to do. I met a lady really old who had been somebody's side piece from a young age, and she was like she was close to 70 and still holding that position.
Like
Beautiful,
30, 40 years.
beautiful older
Is she in
woman.
a relationship? I mean, like with somebody like
Only him. He's still with his wife. I met a lady like that. Beautiful lady. Um, so well dressed, very well put together, just like everything. And that is just what she chose. She chose to continue that way though. And that's the part you got to think about. You can feel kind of bad for her, but then you kind of like, it's your decision. And that's how I, handle myself. Like, even if I was in a situation, and I have been in this, I was in a situation, a ship for a long time, it was my choice, you
mm-hmm.
know not to make, either party. That's your choice. You chose that because at any moment you could have walked away and moved on, but you did.
Yeah, they say if you make the same mistake more than once, it's a decision now.
You're making
So
decisions,
you
and
make
you
it.
got to deal with the consequences of your actions.
But I
And she,
mean, if I mean, I can't speak for anyone, but I mean, if it's wrong, we know it's wrong.
absolutely
Some guys are just very charming, and they charm you, and it be 10, 20 years later, and you still be right there, and 20
charm,
years done passed by, and you like,
and that's awful, by the
I done
way.
wasted 20 years of my life with you.
Mm.
I could have done had a whole marriage, kids, White House picket fence, but you
Hmm.
just get cut off. That's why I said they glamorize it on TV, but it's really not like that.
No.
It's really not like that. It's not. So is cheating a deal breaker for you?
For me, I think at some point I probably just said, I mean, from here's the thing about cheating.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in a relationship and I find out that my partner cheats or whatever, and I have my feelings about it, you get whatever information you're gonna get,
Mm-hmm.
y'all have whatever conversations y'all gonna have, trying to make up, do all of those things. It's just kind of like, if I take you back,
Mm-hmm.
I don't leave, is the behavior going to change? Because
It's
so often I've seen, just people, I know in different things where the cheating is so repetitive, it becomes a way of life. And
mm-hmm.
it's kind of like they don't stop. They only stop long enough to, appease to their partner, but then eventually they're in it again. Like cheating, it just can become a real habit. So for me, it's not really,
Mm-hmm.
is it a deal breaker? But I feel like, well, no, it will become a deal breaker for me when it becomes like you're a serial cheater. You're not changing. You know what I'm saying? Like you're absolutely not changing. You're taking a pause. You took a break, but
Right.
now you're back at it. And just the world we live in today, there's just so there's so many risks, and many of us have taken them with cheating. And it's not just your hurt feelings. It could be, it changes your health. So yeah.
Mm.
So I don't know, like deal breaker. It just depends on where you are, because I think it is your right to forgive your partner for infidelity, because there are way worse things that probably can occur other than somebody just cheating on you. But yeah, like it has to be a real change, because where is the trust? I don't know if I really would trust you again though.
It's gonna
Like
be hard. It's
even if
gonna
I
be.
stayed, I'm always gonna be like side eyeing you. And I'm a real investigative type person. I'm going to gather a lot of information before I ever present it to you. So there's no way you're going to, lie to a point where I'm just not thinking I'm crazy. So I
And you
don't,
want to see. You want to see who it is.
I would probably want to know. And in no way that would help me at all. But I probably would. And the crazy thing is, I probably would know, because I would figure it out on my own. I don't really feel
You
like
good with that? You
I
definitely good with
am.
that.
I can figure it out on my own. But yeah, I don't think cheating has to be a deal breaker though. But
It's
like
it's
it
gonna
has to
cause
be
some. It's
it
gonna
has to be
cause
a
a lot.
behavior change. Like I feel like cheating is easy. It's the easy way out of you really working on yourself or working on what you need to work on in your relationship or
Mhm.
marriage. And like I love the show Black Love. Everybody should watch that. But that's what one of the guys said. People would rather just get another person than work on themselves. It's just real easy for me to go out and get somebody who makes me feel good,
For the moment.
right, for the moment, versus really working on me and figuring out, why I think I need this. Yeah, I don't know if it necessarily has to be a deal breaker, but I do think it takes work to work through that and build that trust again once that's happened.
Well,
Um,
we've had the guys on here last month.
right.
And the guy said, absolutely, it's a deal breaker. Like if my woman cheat on me, that's it. Like that's a deal breaker.
And I believe that.
And
Coming from them,
100% I believe that. I believe that. But
I believe
us,
that,
I mean, it's some women out there with a zero tolerance for cheating. But then there
and that's
is,
okay.
and that's okay. But there
Mhm.
is some that are forgiving. Like
Mhm.
they're forgiving. But I'm sure it's gonna take time to mend that broken
Believe it.
relationship back. And like you said, it's gonna some
Be
real
willing
big
to do the
trust
work.
issues.
That's all I'm saying. Like be willing to do the work and get your partner back to a point where they are comfortable. They feel like they can at least trust you a little bit. Where you get
Hmm.
back to a better place. Like don't just pretend like you changed just to get them back in and then get back to your girlfriend or boyfriend.
Right.
Like I got her. She trusts me again. Oh,
Well,
he
you
trusts
heard what the
me
guy
again.
said. He said everybody got somebody.
And that's not true. And don't get me wrong, a lot of people do have somebody, because I know a lot of those people. But that's not
Ooh,
everybody.
the shade.
I didn't always believe, I used to say, oh my God, all men are dogs. I don't believe that. I believe there are
No, I don't. It's some good men out
good
there. It's some
men,
good
they're
men.
good women, and they
But
are
just
good
if they
marriages.
cheat, that doesn't mean that they're not a good it doesn't mean they're not a good man just because they cheat. They just need to work. They got some issues that they need to deal with man or women, if you cheat, it doesn't mean you're a horrible father
But do
or
you
you're
want
a
to
horrible.
deal with them? But when? What day do you start the deal though?
That's what
See
I'm
that
saying. I'm just saying they
they
do
all
need
be
to deal
working.
with them, huh?
They don't be want to do that work, honey. They don't be want to do it. Some don't want to do that work. They don't want to do
Mm-mm,
it.
they don't.
So I'm
But
gonna just
that
sit
doesn't.
around and wait for you to figure it out. No, I think some people should just be like, bye. Sometimes I think sometimes you really have to separate yourself from
Like
people to
Beyonce
teach them
say,
a
tell
lesson.
them, boy, bye.
Just to teach them a lesson,
Whoa.
even if it's not forever. I'm not saying oh like just dead the marriage or dead the relationship, but sometimes maybe you really need to separate yourself from a person to show them,
Oh,
who you
oh,
are. Like, you know
definitely.
what? I'm not going to keep tolerating that over and over again from you. I'm separating myself from this situation. I'll be over here. And maybe, eventually they'll figure out, like, you know what? He or she is really serious. And I really want them and I'm working to have them and do what I should do. So maybe that needs to happen. Because people get divorced, remarried, back in relationships, in and out of relationships. It can happen. But I mean,
Hmm.
sometimes you really need to separate yourself from people because it's really not even healthy to be always stressed and worried about what somebody else is doing.
I
Like,
don't
who
do
wants
it.
to sit around like that?
I don't
That
stress.
is horrible. That's a hard way to live.
I
Like, who
don't
would live
stress.
like that?
I don't check nobody's phone. I ain't checking behind you on the
Mm-mm.
computer. If I gotta do all of that, I don't need to be with you. I say my
It's a
prayers
lie. That's
and
a
I go to
job.
bed. All I want you to know is if I catch you, you're gonna have a bad day. And I know I said God delivered me from anger issues, and it takes a lot for me to get upset now. But if I catch you, you and her definitely gonna have a bad. You're
Her
gonna
too.
have a bad day,
Your days are bad.
Viola. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb.
No,
And you
Shakima.
better
Walk
make sure
away.
you
You gotta
better
know how to
make
walk
sure,
away.
right, you use protection. I'm not saying go out there and do it, but if my husband is watching, I just want you to know you and her gonna have a bad day. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. But I'm not checking behind you. I'm not following you nowhere. I'm not putting no GPS on your phone in your car. I'm not doing all that because I got too much other stuff going on. I got businesses, I got kids, I got a house to run. Like, I got a team of people that depend on me. I got a family. I don't have to, no. Mm-mm. That's non-value added time. That is not income producing activity. I'm sorry. No, it's all about where the money resides. I'm not doing all of that. Mm-mm. And I damn sure ain't about to put my business on social media. Like, how you feel about that? Like, you and your husband get into it, or you catch him slipping, and you putting it on
Negative.
social media for what? You look stupid, especially if you're gonna take him back. Why you putting everybody in your business? And then it seemed like that make the other women want him even more.
Yeah, I think that's just childish.
That is so childish. Like, if you and your spouse get into it, or something
Mm.
happens with somebody else, like, don't put that. Social media don't deserve that.
It
Don't put
doesn't.
that on social media. Keep
Because
y'all
you have to
business
you know you're gonna be with them.
right. Right.
So what you doing? What you doing?
Right. Do not put y'all business on social media. No. If he get caught slipping, and y'all work it out. Y'all work it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely not coming for your social media. I'm coming for you.
No, and don't be calling nobody, harassing nobody about your husband.
Well, people have the right to harass people about their husbands.
No, you go to jail for you can go
You
people
don't
can
have to
sue you
listen.
for harassment.
You know when women are scorned, honey, or they are hurt, they just do crazy things.
Yeah, but if you're gonna continue to be with your husband, why you harassing that lady? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. It probably just make them feel better.
No, because every chance your husband get, he probably trying to be right with that same lady. Girl, fix your credit, get your bag up, focus on you.
Oh, that's so easy to say, but that's not what people do.
No, I'm just saying that
It
to say
ain't gonna work
don't
like
put
that.
your business on
But
social
I definitely, yeah, I don't agree with putting your business on
media.
social media. Not at
Don't do
all.
that. Don't give people that type of window into your marriage. Don't do that. Y'all work it out if y'all gonna be together. If not, whatever. But don't put it on social media. That's all I'm saying. Focus on you, sis. Right, Viola? Focus on you, sis.
Right.
Right. It was awesome. It was definitely awesome. I really enjoyed this talk. Um
Is that your kid? Is that your kids? Are those your children?
Those are my children.
Oh wow. What are they doing?
Don't come for
Is
people
that it's not
parenting.
their bedtime?
Don't come for people parenting. That is not a part of the podcast. We'll talk about that another time because my dad wants to he definitely wants to get on here with me and talk about millennial parenting versus baby boomer
Right,
parenting
I'll
because
be watching.
he thinks like millennial parenting is just like
He right though. But I'll be watching because I love to hear your father talk about this. So I'll be tuned in.
he definitely wants to talk because he don't understand why my kids be up past 8 o'clock.
Like they be up at 1 o'clock a.m., 1 a.m.
They do, but we're gonna. It's so much more to come. So many more topics to talk about. Entrepreneurship, trying to find that balance when you're trying to run businesses, and you wear all these different hats. Is it possible to find a balance? Absolutely not. Not at the beginning, but we're gonna talk more about that in more podcasts to come. But Vala, I thank you so much. Who are you on? What's your name on TikTok so they can find you on TikTok too?
I'm Styles by Viola Nicole on everything: TikTok,
Okay.
Facebook, and Instagram. So
Yes.
follow me.
All of your fashion needs, make sure you look up Styles by Viola Nicole on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. He will definitely get you together. So again, thank you so much. It was so much fun, and we had so many say what moments. So many say what moments. But what time is it?
Time for me to go to bed.
Oh,
It is, but it's 10. Is it 10:23?
okay. How long we been on here?
We've been on here quite a while.
Oh God. Well, we'll edit this part out of the podcast. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to the Say What podcast. We are on Google. We are on YouTube. We are on iTunes. We are on Anchor. We are on Spotify. Oh
Mm.
my God. I am super excited about this. I never ever thought that this dream would become reality, but believing and manifesting and doing the work, and it could definitely happen like it did for me, happen for you. So again, thank you to my branding company, the branding company for making it happen. Thank you to Whitfield for my intro song. Um, and we're gonna sign off here. We want everybody to have a safe night. Um, I don't know what's coming with this inauguration, but I'm afraid to even watch it on TV. But I pray safety and blessings over our president elect and our vice president elect. And that's all we have. That's all we have. Ball, I wish you luck on your photo shoot in the morning. I know you're gonna kill it, girl. Don't walk in with no sequin jumpsuit trying to take over.
What?
Cause I know you. People come in sweatpants, you got on a whole ball gown. Cause that's how you do. Cause as y'all can see, I'm very dressed down today. And look at her.
I have on a turtleneck.
But you look dressed up.
I have on a turtleneck and earrings and that I have on lipstick and stuff. But
I should have known because you the same person that be like, bitch, wear your shit. Wear your shit. Be like, I'm only going to the grocery store. So what? Wear your shit.
that's how you want to be addressed, people.
Dress how you want to be
That's
addressed.
that's where I got that from. Ophelia, she said that.
Dress how you want to be addressed.
Yes,
Okay.
how you want to be addressed.
Absolutely. So we're going to talk about that too. That's a good discussion for us to have in the upcoming events. I will have Viola on here as much as her schedule allows. She's booked and busy. But you
I'm
guys know that I
in
drop a episode every week. But as often as her schedule allows, I would definitely have her as
fiver. Yes.
huh.
Because she's also a 9 to 5er. So
She's a 9 to 5er, but You are crazy.
She always remember that, everyone.
Always remember that. But as often as her schedule allows, I'll have her on here. And we're gonna have more guests as well. So thank you, Viola. Thank you to everyone that's tuning in. This episode will be dropping. I think it's either this week or no, next week it'll be dropping. So looking forward to what's in store for 2021. It's definitely a year of prosperity.
Really?
Millions. And don't forget, we need to finish our song up. We gotta.
What song?
The only song we did,
We
y'all,
back?
me and Vala did a song together. No, I gotta go back in the studio one more time.
Shoot, by this time, everybody need to go back in the studio. That been 20 years ago now. You know how long it's been since we did that? That was like 2 years ago. We need to start over.
You think we should start over?
And it was just so much.
That was 3 years ago.
It wasn't last year.
No,
it was 2018.
Oh yeah.
It was
yeah.
Because we did nothing in 2019, of course. So yeah.
Well,
we're
gonna go back in the studio. We're gonna go back in the studio. We're gonna go back in the studio, and we're gonna drop it. We're gonna drop it this year. We're gonna drop it this year. All right, good girlfriend. I will talk to you later. Be safe. Let me know. Just text me when you're going to bed, and make sure you got all the locks on the door and stuff like that.
Because I'm a child. I don't know that.
You know I love you.
Good night.
You know I love you.
Okay, thank you.
You need to work on that. When somebody tell you they love you, you're supposed to say, I love you too.
I don't do all that all the time like that.
Oh, you ever told your nigga you love him?
Not as much as he wanted me to.
I ain't asked you that, yes or no?
I don't recall. I'm single. So there's that. She's single. So she ain't telling no nigga that she love him, y'all.
Oh,
so yeah.
Goodness. All right, your hair looks fabulous.
Thank you.
All right, we signing off for here. We have to edit this part out. Charlene said Charlene just tuned in. Charlene drives me nuts.
Did she just tune in? You need to get home because that's a funny individual, okay? Yeah, because you need to get some of your married friends on. I'll just watch.
You know what? For Valentine's Day, we are going to do a couples edition.
Ooh.
So my husband will be on here with me, and we're going to be talking about some really good topics. So if you're tuning in, and you would like to be a guest, for the Valentine's Day stream.
Was that Khadijah that went to school with us?
Yeah, that's Khadijah.
Get her husband on.
That's what I'm saying. Khadijah, you and your husband talk about it and let me know. But we're gonna have a couples edition for Valentine's Day. And if you guys are interested, Charlene, if you and Keith wanna come on as well.
No, Keith. I know Keith will do it.
You know Keith will do it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have some fun. And it's gonna be good. We're gonna have some fun.
Well, I'll just be watching eating my my Valentine's candy that I bought.
Oh my goodness, Charlene.
Okay.
But
yeah,
we'll be the branding company. They'll be posting something. Man, January is almost gone.
It is.
Charlene said we down. You know what I'm excited about though. I mean, I didn't mean to get up my Peloton.
Yeah, because you're gonna be using it a lot.
I am. I'm so girl.
You get fixated on something every year, and I'm not here for it. But hopefully, that will be a good investment for you.
You really get on my nerves.
Because I bought a regular little bike, and let me tell you, when the last time I've been on that.
You was doing it faithfully though.
I just do other workouts now. I don't be on that like that. You know, I found it's so crazy that I don't like being stationary like that. I don't like just sitting there and not going nowhere. I got a real bike, and I'm thinking I might start riding it.
Charlene said we getting one. See the Peloton, it got the Beyonce on it,
And
but
they crazy
I
too
like
because they
cycling
already
though.
got equipment and stuff. I'm sure they ain't using right now. They're just as bad as you.
Ooh, Paula, don't call people out like that. I because
Charlene,
I
and
know
Keith.
I'm not ever going back to the gym, so I'm just gonna make the best.
Absolutely not going to the gym.
Yeah, I'm absolutely not going back to the gym. So I'm just gonna have my own equipment. We got the workout bench, the weights, the treadmill, and I think the Peloton is all we're missing. And I don't even know if I would get on the treadmill if when I get the Peloton. That's more for Quincy.
I mean, it's just all cardio, so you don't have to do both of them.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Where you gonna put both of those machines?
hmm,
You got space for all of that? A Peloton in the weight set and the
it's
tread.
already in there. Well, not the Peloton. The Peloton would just have to go on the other side. But that
Hmm.
room is huge. See, you haven't been, you never been, so you don't know what's
Well, I can't help you chose to want to be out of town when I came to visit. You want to go to New York or New Jersey.
hmm.
That's not
But
my
I'm gonna just put have to put the Peloton on the other side
that's
of
not
it.
my issue.
That whole room could be like just a workout room, but
Yeah, because you guys work out a lot to need that
don't
room. Like
don't don't do that, Paula. We still live. Don't come for people how people's
the
don't come for
whole
people.
room, honey. I'm not buying another piece of equipment to take up space. Honey, I didn't sign up. Honey, I stay signed up with stuff buying stuff.
Exactly. But you've done so well though. Like
I want to wait set though.
I can, huh?
I want to wait set though, like a real set.
What, like the handheld or like the
Handheld. You know, so you
oh
can do.
oh what is that like a
Well, one
weight?
that I'll pay for because I'm cheap. So there's that.
Oh, so you're not gonna pay for it? You're not gonna get it?
I'll pay for it, but I want to pay within the price that I want to pay for. I don't want to pay a large amount of money. Well, the thing is, I'm not going to. So there's that.
It's an investment.
No, it's actually not an investment because try
You're
to
investing in your health.
my health. I can invest in my health by buying healthy food at the grocery store. I'm not
I
thousands of
can't
dollars for a
stand you.
wet
I
wig
really
set.
cannot stand y'all. This is the conversation. This is our conversation that when we talk, this is how we talk to each other. You are
I'm not
horrible.
paying that for. You know, I'm not paying it.
You really get on my nerves.
I'm not. That's just a no. I'm gonna find me a set somewhere. I should try to find me a used set. I'm
Like
gonna go
that's
on
what I'm
Facebook
saying. Like
Market.
people, you could try Facebook. People sell that stuff on Facebook. But I got
I'm gonna
mine
go on
from
there.
Amazon. The one we got, I got from Amazon. It wasn't maybe like everything through
How much was it? Let me know.
a few hundreds.
A few hundreds. More than two?
Hmm.
More than three?
For everything, but that's everything though.
Negative. Listen,
That's the
I'm not a
bench.
bodybuilder. I don't need a set that is beyond $300. I'm sorry. It's not happening.
Valerie,
Mm-mm.
you a horrible girl.
Mm-mm. Not me.
Well,
I'm
see if somebody might be
affordable.
reset, like somebody may be selling it.
Affordability. That's what I'm all about. And you
Me
know it.
too. I'm on a trust me. I'm on a.
He's
But when I
not.
tell you
He's
I'm on
not.
a budget this year, yes, no unnecessary purchases. If it's not contributing to me mentally,
So you just didn't get those boots?
but those boots were from last year. They were on, but that they snuck up on me. I told you when I got those boots,
So
that
why
hurt
didn't
my
you send them
feelings.
back?
Huh?
Why you didn't send them back?
Why? Why would I
You said
send
you
the
didn't
boots?
need them because you said
The
it was
boot.
they were
The people sent me the boots. Why would I send them people their boots back?
okay.
Those are really nice boots, but I ordered them
Right.
last year. Don't
Maybe
do
like
that.
what, like December?
No, they were on back order, and when I saw
You
that,
said they weren't that back ordered though.
no, but I'm saying they were. I wasn't it kind of slipped my mind, and then I saw another email saying that I was something was shipping in March, and I'm like, I'm just sitting here. Must have been in, I don't know, feeling bad that day. I don't know, and I just ordered stuff, but that order got canceled. I called them. Good job. I called and canceled that order, but I'm telling you, no unnecessary purchases this year. Rodney said you buying new workout equipment to hang some clothes on. Rodney, don't do that. I'm gonna use it. Y'all. I'm telling you, I'm gonna use that Peloton.
I know it. I mean, I know you're gonna use it when you first get it.
Don't come here trying to get on my Peloton.
It's a great piece of equipment. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't buy it because of the price,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a great piece of workout.
It is. It is. I ain't gonna lie. It's pricey. But if you could spend that on a pocketbook, you can you can buy a Peloton. Home girl.
Whatever. I don't want a Peloton. That's the difference between me and you. I don't even want one.
Darlene getting one too. So we gonna be Peloton buddies.
Colleen is a hoarder, and maybe y'all can come on and sometime talk about that since she wants to be on and sharing in the
Charlene's a
comments.
hoarder.
They got what, elliptical and stuff. Well, I ain't putting their business out, but they got
They
stuff.
use it.
I guess she was.
Charlene, she putting you on the spot. Charlene said, wait, wait. Why you putting Charlene business out there? And Quincy was on the treadmill today, and I was on I've been on the treadmill every day this week. Charlene said she is not a hoarder. So we use our workout equipment. I can't,
This week.
consistency is key, Viola. Charlene said they use all their equipment.
Tell Charlene bye, Felicia.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all can talk about that on Valentine's. I'm gonna give y'all talk about some good stuff on Valentine's Day. Y'all need to make that go viral.
Rodney said, what do you think about the mirror? I actually wanted the mirror.
I like the mirror.
I wanted the mirror. I was this close. Like, I'm talking about that close from getting.
Well, I went to the link, and once I saw what it cost, I just exited out because that wasn't. I was like, I said, this is a cute little gadget. And then I was like, oh, hell no. Like, let me get off of here.
I was that close from getting the mirror, and then I got on the Peloton tip. But the Peloton, I think it's like it'll be delivered in like eight weeks. Like, the lead time is so long.
Yeah, it is.
But hopefully it's much sooner than that. Like, you couldn't pay for rush or nothing. Like, hopefully it'll be here before that. But just know I'm super excited about it. But I think you should get the mirror, Viola.
Oh, I know I'm not getting that. The only mirror I'm gonna get is the one that you just hang up on your wall and you just. It's the only mirror I'm getting, buddy.
I'm hang up on you because you stupid. You are stupid. The one
that's all the mirrors Viola's are getting, because Viola's not getting that mirror. But it is nice though. I wouldn't tell somebody not to get it if that's what they want, because it is nice. Mm-hmm. All these things you talk about are nice. I'm just not gonna get it.
Yeah. It's so hard. It's almost like you be wanting everything.
You be wanting everything.
But like I said, no unnecessary purchases this year. None. I don't need no more clothes. I don't need no more shoes. I ain't doing none of that. No more bags.
I'm ready to see that.
All right. I can show you better than I can tell you. Trust me.
Show me.
Show me what you gotta do. All right. Baby, if you love me, I'll do anything for you. I got it on my playlist.
I know the words, but it's just like I don't know the song.
It's a beautiful song.
I love music. That's if love was like the music, it would be perfect.
Right. Love is hard. Relationships are hard.
Yeah, they are.
All right. Let's get off in here. You be safe. You know I love you.
Good night.
You a bitch.
Yeah, you call me that? Disrespectful.
Oh my God. We signing off, y'all. We having too much fun.
Good
I gotta
night.
go put my kids to sleep.
Yeah, okay. Now she's got jokes.
Oh my God. All
One
right.
thing
I'll
about
talk
no
to you.
kids, you do not put them to sleep.
No, because I be most of the time. Well, it depends. I mean, I go to bed real late anyway, but I don't be feeling like yelling and screaming, telling them to go to bed. Yeah, they be all right. Well, you know, Carter do whatever Carter want to do.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
I do know.
All right. Rodney said, "Why don't you just buy a regular bike and the money you save, spend it on some nice bike and outfits?" Oh God, I can't wait. Rodney, I want the Peloton. It's coming. It's already gonna be delivered. So
I knew it was coming.
it's an investment.
Stop saying that, okay? Like it's stocks, because it's not. It's an exercise
It's an
bike.
investment in me, in my health,
Well, it's an investment. You gonna make me
health
say a
and
bad
wealth,
word.
huh?
You gonna
Health
make me
and
say.
wealth.
Oh yes.
All right, I'm getting off here for real now.
I'm hit the leave button because it's time for me to go to bed.
I know. Go ahead. Let me know you all right
All right.
in the morning. All right, bye.